people kind of scratching their heads. Or
here we
even
go
more
with
than
the
that, a lot of people
excuses,
instantly
Jimmy.
seem to be a bit
Here
annoyed,
we go
which
with
is
the
this big button that
excuses,
says
Jimmy.
cross-buy.
Here we
Meaning
go
that
with the
theoretically, according to
excuses,
this, maybe
Jimmy.
if you buy a game on PlayStation,
Here we go
it's
with
also
the excuses,
available on
Jimmy.
PC. Now, obviously, the way things currently work is that there are games that are being made, published, developed,
Here we go
funded
with the
completely by
excuses,
PlayStation,
Jimmy.
and eventually they come
I guess
to Steam. Things like
PlayStation
the
is dead after
Spider-Man
all, huh?
on the PlayStation 5, but later on, after 6
Who
months
would
or
have
a
known?
year, it ends up coming to the PC. It comes to Steam specifically. But they
Third
have
party.
been experimenting with some stuff, especially their live service stuff, going to other platforms.
Here we
right?
go
And
with
we
the
saw this with
excuses, Jimmy.
Helldivers launched day one on PC.
Because they've also put single-player games too. Freedom Wars, Tumba. These games all dropped on Switch. Patapon, everybody's Hot Shot Golf. You know, these are kind of single-player centric games and they dropped on the Nintendo Switch. What are you talking about, bro? Fatal Frame, Made in Blackwater, which Nintendo co-developed. I told people, Nintendo owns those two games. Not the Fatal Frame franchise, but they own those specific games because they funded them. And you're all like, no, that's not true, GameStop. It's Koei Tecmo. Well, Bayonetta is Sega, right? Yeah, that's Sega Platinum, right? Yeah, that's true. So why is Bayonetta 2 and 3 exclusive? Ding, 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 ding. Good answer, Cole, because Nintendo funded those games. Therefore, they own it. Just like Microsoft doesn't own the Ninja Gaiden franchise, but they own the one that they funded. I know. How hard is that for you people to understand? That's why it says Xbox Game Pass on it, because they funded the game. The game wouldn't have existed if Nintendo, whoever, whatever company's doing it, did not fund the game. See, the problem is you guys are so caught up with PlayStation's timed exclusivity, you don't even know what ownership is. That's how stupid you people are.
Was absolutely massive. One of the biggest games
ever. Here we go with the excuses, Jimmy.
And also, it came to PS5, where it's also very, very big. And later, they put it on Xbox. We've seen that stuff like Bungie's Marathon is obviously going to be fully cross-platform. But this button, to me, I think it signals something different. I do think that we're going to start to see more games actually launching day one, maybe on PC.
Y'all said that would never happen. Gamester with another W. You said, oh no, they wouldn't drop it day and day like Xbox. Xbox is dead. Why would anybody want one? That's what you guys said. Now you're going as far to retract your statements and say that the games are going to be dropping on PC day and day. Sony has already been doing that. Lost Soul aside, I can think of plenty of examples. Even single-player games that Sony did fund. What do you guys talk? I've told y'all this. Gamester with another W. Where Gamester always wins, man. I got so many trophies, I don't even know where to put them. I just started putting them in the garbage. You know, that's honestly what's been happening. And I love to see you guys lose. Take that big old L right on the tip of your forehead where the Dreamcast guys at. Keep dreaming.
Even if they're single-player games, but I think it actually comes down to a secret extra option.
Oh, secret extra. Oh, here we go. Here we go with the secret extra option.
Launcher. Let's talk. I hope you're having a great day. And if you could...
You know, the funny thing is, didn't I talk about the launcher with Nintendo? As to when they're done with the home console, that portable console, they'll eventually will start distributing their games through their own launcher. Like I said, I've already knew this. I'm not surprised. Sony has done this before. They've already had a launcher before. You know, they were planning to do this during, I believe, the PS3, where they were actually suffering, financially. Yes, I do know. You can look this information up for yourself. You guys don't know nothing about the gaming industry, like you guys claim. You're a bunch of fanboys. You're upset at Microsoft because you're afraid that Microsoft's influence will infect all of these companies. That's all it is. It's not that what Microsoft does is not unsuccessful. You're just afraid, because if it was, then why is everybody copying them? If it's so unsuccessful, then why is Sony not worrying about exclusives and trying to take the market back that way? Oh, that's right. Because it's free to play and third party. And you people know it. The charade is up. The gig is up. We all see through the rules, bro. We all see through it. And then you guys get mad when people like myself, like-minded gamers, don't want to sit there and take your stances on it, because we know how ridiculous it is when we're telling you that the future of gaming is PC and cloud gaming. No matter how much you hate it, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you like. It matters what the casuals like.
Please give this video a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Now, I want to quickly just point out, a lot of people seem to be kind of pissed about even the idea of this. A lot of people say, PlayStation launcher, copying Xbox, I just don't see how this works. They are not going to do it. A lot of people are basically saying, how could this actually make sense? Sony themselves has straight up said that they make tens of billions of dollars specifically because people buy the PlayStation. By getting a PS5, everything sold through the PlayStation storefront, they get a 30% cut. All the Fortnite V-Bucks behind games, like every random indie you buy, anything you play on the PlayStation, obviously Sony gets a cut even if they don't actually make it. That's the main reason that I feel like most games...
So you're admitting that PlayStation is successful because of free-to-plays and third-party and not exclusives, because you did not bring up one point. That's what I'm saying. The exclusive argument is now done. Exclusives is done. That's why people keep telling you the console war is over, because that's what the console war was about. Exclusive games that the other platform can't play on. Now they're available on PC. It doesn't even really matter anymore, to be honest with you, if you think about it.
Are not going to go day and date. Is that right now?
Oh, here we go.
They have a money printer. I don't feel like PlayStation...
And they can print more money by doing this. What you guys don't understand? You guys think that these companies don't want to make more money than what they're making now. Why have one money printer when you can have two money printers? Why have two money printers when you can have three money printers? What are you talking about, bro? Also, you can protect your loyalty to your brand? Well, let me tell you this. That means absolutely nothing to those companies.
That same effort to try and chase the Xbox trend of anything's an Xbox, right? But look at this. Here's the button. It straight up shows cross-buy, PS5 PC, cloud gaming, everything here. Now, to me, this also shows something extra. There have been leaks specifically. There's
look at
two
that,
separate leaks that have gone around a lot for the last couple of years. First up is this efficiency mode, this gamer efficiency mode. Now, this has currently been... Now,
look at that. It can't stand it.
Steam does what PlayStation does. It does what everybody does, right? Which is that by playing stuff, by buying stuff through this, Steam gets a 30% cut. This is technically a Microsoft game. This is an Activision Blizzard game, Diablo. You can see I've got 70 hours in this. I have 7 people don't like the idea that it's not just extra launchers. Right now, there are definitely way too many. There's GOG, what is that, Good Old Galaxy. There's, of course, crazy stuff. There's, what's it called, Epic Games Launcher. There's tons of them, right? But I think a lot of people are also in the spot where, what if we start to see games not releasing on Steam? Like, they come to PC, but in order to play it cross-buy, you specifically have to play it on the PlayStation launcher.
Well, that's where the whole PSN account came from. But guess what? And I'm going to tell you what PC gamers are going to do. They're not going to support it. You have a better chance of PC gamer making a Microsoft account before they make an account by Sony. And like I said, this is a good gamble from PlayStation because I can see what they're trying to do. But there was a reason as to why they tried to do the mandatory PlayStation sign-in account even with Helldivers 2 on PC. That was to help gauge an interest to get people involved in not the hardware, the ecosystem. I've been telling you guys this for the longest. It's never been about the console. It's always been about the ecosystem. Because if Sony was successful with the Helldivers 2, then these PC gamers would abandon, which very unlikely, will abandon Steam in favor for your launcher to play their games and Sony can get full profit. But unfortunately, Sony don't have those type of games like Xbox and Nintendo because people don't care about those games. They just don't care. I'm sorry. If PlayStation comes out with their own launcher, your games would sell even worse because nobody wants your games. Nobody cares about your games, bro. Y'all don't even care about your own games. That's why y'all playing Fortnite and Roblox like everybody else. Stop the cap, bro.
The other reason a lot of people...
you can say, oh, Diablo 4 is a multiplat, but guess what? That's what people want to play on Steam. That's what people want to play on Xbox. That's what people want to play on Sony. Multiplat or not, that's what people want to play. What do you guys don't understand? Nobody wants your exclusives.
I'm not a fan of the PlayStation launcher specifically is that it sounds like it's going to be mandatory, right? There's already been some stuff inside the code that the weird PC version, obviously when they released Spider-Man Remastered on PC, on Steam, there was this stuff inside the code that made it look like maybe it's going to require an activation, and you have to basically be logged in. There is some stuff that already kind of does this. I have Game Pass, and when I have Game Pass, it works on the Game Pass app, or I guess I don't have Game Pass anymore because I canceled it, but you can play stuff here on the Game Pass app, but if for some reason it closed, if you were trying to play something, like there are games right here, if I connect Game Pass, I can actually play all these games up here. StarCraft, everything, right? All of this is
and how is that a problem? And the funny thing is, like, you guys keep saying that, oh, it's a problem, but yet it sounds like a benefit.
In Game Pass, but you basically have to register multiple apps that all talk. I've seen some people say they don't like the idea of a cross-buy PlayStation launcher.
Because nobody likes PlayStation games that much. See, they're willing enough to do that for those games, but they're just not willing enough to do it for y'all. Because y'all don't have the library. Y'all don't. I'm just sorry. I'm not me. This is not me bashing. This is me telling y'all the truth. Multi-plat or not, y'all don't have the same type of quality of games that even Nintendo and Xbox have to make their own distributor. You just don't. Nobody cares about your games. After Microsoft acquired Activision, they already sealed the deal there because people like Call of Duty and they like Diablo. They like those games. At that point, Microsoft already sealed the deal. They've already sealed their success. While PlayStation is out here fighting for peanuts, this is not going to drag people from Steam to PlayStation launcher. It just won't. I hate to say it just won't. And that's what Sony's trying to do.
Because it means you're instantly going to have to basically be locked in. Even if you prefer Steam, if you like Steam, it's another launcher that requires constantly being on in the background. Look at this. I mean, evolving into this should be cool, but it's likely for the handheld.
Oh, look at that. It's all about that. Well, then why I say PC then? Then why does it say PC? Unless they're making the same PlayStation ROG Ally. You see what I'm saying? You see these dudes coping? You just gotta love it, man. You gotta love it. Look at this jumbo rooms over here.
Even cooler. Well, they're specifically going with a hybrid, so it makes sense to have the same thing as Xbox. And to be fair, it is pretty
Oh, really? It's great now all of a sudden, guys. Oh, that's funny. Now all of a sudden, PlayStation is not dead. It's great that you can play games day and date on PC. Oh, it's amazing. But when Microsoft did it, they were dead. But when PlayStation does it, oh, it's some unique innovation. Like, what? See, this is why nobody respects y'all, man. This is why nobody respects y'all.
Xbox doing things PlayStation always follows. Now, if you were not around during the PlayStation 3 era specifically, this was something that really, really existed mostly with the PlayStation 3. There was a device that at this point is pretty much lost to time. I feel bad that people don't remember the PlayStation Vita. I actually used to review games on the PlayStation 3 and the PlayStation Vita. That's how damn old I am.
I know. What about the PS TV, though? I remember I actually still have a PS TV.
Look at my face. You can tell how old I am. But there used to be some games that actually had cross-buy. If you bought it digitally, either on either on PS3 or the PlayStation Vita, you could download it in either place or both places. So you could actually play it on the go.
But the Vita is not a PC, though. It's a portable console made by Sony. Stop capping. The whole Xbox Play Anywhere, where you can play your games on multiple devices, just like, it's so funny because you guys bash them, talk about how the Xbox don't have identity. This is completely irrelevant. It said cross-buy between PS5 and PC. PS5 and PC. Not PS5 and the Sony handheld. PS5 and PC. That's what it said. You using this, well, Sony did it before. That's their hardware, right? According to you ponies, that's PlayStation developed hardware. So no, it's not the same. Because PC is not developed by Sony, right? Therefore, it's not a PlayStation, right? Oh my goodness.
Save file back and forth, progress on one or the other. There were some games where you had to buy it separately, but it did still have cross progress. Final Fantasy X actually had a PlayStation 3 version, the remastered edition. Spot here where I want to say that I think this leak is legit. Right now, I definitely think this leak is legit.
Oh, it's legit.
I do think that this is more a push.
My information has confirmed that this is most definitely legit, and I've already seen this happening. That's why I kept telling you guys, Games Still with another W, about. Y'all like, damn, Games, I don't know how you get this stuff, man. I really don't, man, but you always getting them W's, exactly. You just gotta wait. You know what I mean? You just gotta wait. You gotta listen to the gaming Moses of the gaming community. I'm here to warn you. But no, nobody want to listen to me.
towards getting people to be forced to get the launcher. I do think this is sort of their attempt at PlayStation sort of hard launching.
It's not going to work.
PC launcher.
And the reason why it's not going to work is mostly due to the fact that that nobody wanted to make an account for Helldivers 2. Yeah, they wanted to play Helldivers 2, but they didn't care for the access of all your other games. They didn't care about making that. Even though they didn't have to pay for multiplayer, they didn't care about that. So that's going to be very hard. Now, Microsoft, obviously, they can get away with it because they're a part of PC gaming, so it's easier for them. But PlayStation, it's not going to work, man. You have a better chance of Nintendo making their own launcher and it working on mobile PC than Sony, because nobody cares about your games. And this is why I kept telling y'all, start valuing your games. Because y'all want to sit there and talk about Xbox is losing identity, but in reality, it's PlayStation, because PlayStation ain't pumping out the same games like they used to. Your PlayStation has become an Xbox because the only games you're playing on it is the same games that are available on Xbox. And we barely even get any games from Sony. We have to wait 6 years to get a game from PlayStation. That's embarrassing. No wonder why people losing hope with the PlayStation brand. I guess PlayStation is dead, huh?
Say, hey,
but it's so 80 million though.
But if you
it's
want
so
them,
80
you have to play it through the PlayStation app. If that'll be successful, I'll be honest, I think it is going to go very, very bad. By PlayStation's own admission, Sony has actually released sales metrics, and they've said that pretty much every game, for the most part, there have been a couple bombs, but a lot of the stuff they've been putting onto Steam, especially if it's a big AAA game, 6 months, 1 year delay or something like that, those games sell shockingly well. Ghost of Tsushima, God of War, a lot of these games are huge hits again on PC. I think if you start to tell the massive...
And Halo Campaign Evolved will be another huge hit on PlayStation. Sounds like third party to me, buddy. That's what it sounds like.
Audience of Steam
third
people,
party.
You gotta go to the separate launcher. Most people will legitimately say no thanks. Think about the Epic Games launcher. I have what your friends
I don't care. At this point, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Matter of fact, before we end it, I want to introduce you guys to Dreamcast Guy 2.0. I can't believe it, man. It's like the Terminator, Rise of the Robot. We got a Dreamcast Guy 2.0, man. It's been remodeled. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what's going on here, but we got Dreamcast Guy 2.0. Hold on.
The Xbox
always
is going to
glazing Nintendo.
Destroying all this garbage right now. So this guy says, LOL, PlayStation always copies Xbox, right? Like Portable comes again, the rumor is fake. I'll still clown them for thinking Xbox was first at it because they were not. This has been a thing Sony did for quite some time. Sony's been had their own cloud service too. On PlayStation Now, just saying. They've done that for a while. So yeah, there you have it right here. Why would Sony do that and destroy their identity like these morons?
They've already destroyed it. That's why their games are dropping on PC, and that's why that rumor right there says PC. And it's actually, I have the information. It's actually happening. I'm telling you right now. So if you guys ponies want to sit down, you want to double down, I'm telling y'all, the same guy that gets everything right in this community is telling you that's what's going to happen. If it took you this far not to real, the job listing was just a warning. There's already been a few things thrown out in the air that have already kind of warned you as to what's going to happen. I'm telling you right now. Do you still want to go down this rabbit hole? Go ahead. Like I said, we'll wait the 1 to 2 years, and when it happens, then I'll get my flowers. Well, I hope I will, unless you eat them. But like I said, it's happening.
No, if anything, you are not going to be getting any
Look
more.
At that. Go ahead, wipe those teardrops out of your eye.
Games on Steam, and they're going to be bringing a PlayStation Launcher app for PC, so that if you had a game on PlayStation, or maybe some Avatar, whatever the hell they're going to do, it's going to be something between the PlayStation ecosystem. Then you're going to have the PlayStation handheld coming in too.
Who talked about the ecosystem? Y'all remember? I wasn't here advocating for the hardware. I told you what's more important to these companies is the ecosystem. That's it. That's why they had on Steam that they wanted their audience to make PSN accounts, because you know what that does? That introduces them to what? The ecosystem. You guys don't even realize how important this is to these companies. You guys keep fighting about exclusive and the hard. It's not about that, bro. The hardware is just a part of it, of the ecosystem. There's a reason why they haven't abandoned last gen, because it's a part of the ecosystem. It's the reason why Nintendo hasn't abandoned Switch 1, because it's a part of the ecosystem. It's a pretty simple concept to understand. Why do you guys think you're getting cross-generation titles from PS4 to PS5, Nintendo Switch to Switch 1 to Switch 2? Because of the ecosystem.
So it's going to be something like that. This has nothing to do with anything like that. And then nobody copied nobody by doing a launch app because that's been on PC and everybody's been doing it. EA's been doing it. Ubisoft's been doing it. No, you were copying them, if anything, in that regard. So we have to go ahead and shut all this nonsense down. Sony did cross-buy way before Xbox did during the PS3 era, right here. Right, because PlayStation has never done cross-buy before. Look, it came in. You see what I mean? They're, like I put earlier, Xbox fanboys.
Stop coping. They didn't do it for PC, though. That's their own handheld. According to you, right? That's a PlayStation-developed handheld. Nobody's saying that they haven't done cross-buy before. Nobody's saying that. They're going in for PC. And the guy said right there, Johnny Anderson, on PC? On PC, though? How are you going to use Sony's own handheld and use that as an excuse? Like, that is copium, bro. They coping so hard, third party.
And he's just like, yeah, there's no way that's what that is. Let's get into this. It's kind of funny.
Actually, if you watch my video, he actually admits that this is going to happen. Like, bro, this is Dreamcast Guy 2.0, bro. And now you can't even say it because you're defending Porter Rock and Dreamcast Guy. How are you a fan of Oh No It's Alex and Fratanga? Bro, I just don't get it, bro. How are you a supporter of their channel when they be addressing these same fanboys, bro? Which I would assume because you're taking the stance of them. Like I said, you could have chose Mystic, for crying out loud, of all people. Why did you choose people with no integrity, bro? Like, if you wanted PlayStation fanboys, you could have found one. You could have got Mystic. At least he could say, hey, man, I got games on the back of the wall from all stations, man. All Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo. Because he do. Even though Mystic does favor PlayStation, but at least he can say he has a bunch of consoles and, he just has a preference. But, you know what I mean? Mystic is more of a reasonable PlayStation fanboy you would at least side with. Not this crap. This is crazy. This is the downfall of always glazing Nintendo, bro. This is what happens, man. Chaos Lounge has single-handedly destroyed this man's integrity, bro. To the point where you out here defending Dreamcast Guy. Even PlayStation fanboys don't even take him seriously. Crazy.
Oh, yeah, shut that stuff down. Sit down, sorry.
Crazy.
I just point out, a lot of people seem to be kind of pissed about even the idea of this. A lot of people say, PlayStation launcher, copying Xbox, I just don't see how this works. They are not going to. A lot of people are basically saying, how could this actually make sense? Sony themselves has straight up said that they make tens of billions of dollars specifically because people buy the PlayStation.
All that stuff you guys were saying just for it to blow up right back in your faces. Oh, it's wonderful, man. We loving, we laughing. AGN, he gonna crash out again and make a video on me. Swearing, talking about he gonna dance with somebody. Bro, listen, you can go dance with yourself, man. You're nothing but a puppet. Every single one of you guys, man. You got scared of the Gears of War challenge. Now you out here talking about you want to debate people. Ain't nobody got time to debate you, bro. We grown, man. We got to take care of kids, bro. We got to do things, bro. Okay? And ain't nobody got to waste their time with you. You're not that important, man. Mr. 400, 500 views. I've had people tell me, oh, hey, AGN, he's starting to do this so he can build his channel. Really? Because ever since he's done this, he's been losing more subscribers and views ever since. Because people starting to see through the rules, buddy. It is what it is. We've all told you, I've even told you, come back home. Go back to the real content. No, you want to keep doing this. That's what you want to do. You want to be the Griffcast guy. This is who you looking up to. Unbelievable, man. And I don't even think it's me. I just think it's people in the comments. Because it's always making videos talking about people in the comment section for some reason. That's what it is, bro. You know what I'm saying? You letting these guys get to you, man. And like I've said before, they're going to keep doing it. They're going to keep doing it until you just start laughing at it. That's it. Until you start saying it's not a big deal. Who cares, bro? You know what I mean?
Getting a PS5, everything sold through the PlayStation storefront. They get
a no, Dirk Griggity did not send me
30% cut. All the Fortnite V-Bucks behind games, like every random indie you buy, anything you play on the PlayStation, obviously Sony gets a cut even if they don't actually make it. That's the main reason that I feel like most games are not going to go day and date, is that right now They have a money printer. I don't
That's
feel
suicide.
like PlayStation is really in that same effort to try and chase the Xbox trend of everything be locked in. Even if you prefer Steam, if you like Steam, it's an...
Yeah, but once again, with all that disrespect and all that, like I said, I don't blame that protects your identity. You need some type of identity.
What
and actually
identity is there, bro? Their games are going to PC. There's no identity, bro. There's none. Because this doesn't mean anything. Do Fortnite gamers go out there in the community and talk about, oh, I play on PlayStation and PC. I have an identity. Their identity is being a gamer and a supporter of Fortnite. Regardless of the platform. You guys don't see the room, man. You guys are dinosaurs, bro. Prehistoric. You know what I mean? You guys still trying to create fires out of two stones and sticks and rocks.
Sure, because as a PlayStation player, you want to be able to keep that inside of the PlayStation ecosystem.
Well, the average PlayStation player doesn't care about exclusives. They don't. This is what people have been trying to tell you. Mr. Identity, that nobody cares. Why?
It's a smart thing to do. You want more identities. You don't want just one thing having everything, because then that just kills creativity, innovation, and competition. You don't want that. You see what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
That's only for people that are losers. You see what I mean? They don't understand that identity. They don't. Now, do that between your ecosystem. Keep that competition going. If that means more innovative exclusives over there, so eventually one day that may be possible, you'll be on your PC to still be able to do it.
Well, that's funny because you said Xbox was dead for doing the same thing that you're giving PlayStation credit for doing. Because that's exactly what it is. When Xbox said they want to go to PC and put games on there, it's all done through their ecosystem. You got to sign into an account to play these games, which was another platform. You said that if the game go to another platform, Xbox is dead. That's what y'all said. Why we are rearranging things now? Because all of a sudden we are finding out at PlayStation is going to be doing the same thing. Why is everybody This is not me defending Xbox. This is me telling you guys what it is. Like how you guys, I don't get it, man.
You know, PlayStation, how's that? That's still good in a lot of ways.
Oh, it's good now all of a sudden. Oh, really? It's good now. But before it was all about identity. Now all of a sudden it's good. It's good when PlayStation does it. It's just bad when Xbox does it. We get it.
On the platform that you prefer, if they want to do that.
Oh, here we
go.
go.
I mean, I can't see it being anything else.
Another launcher that requires constantly being on in the background. Like, you could download it in either place or both places. So you can actually play it on the go, pass your save file back and forth, progress on one.
But that's a PlayStation Vita handheld. Like the guy said, Mr. John Anderson, whatever his name was, this is PC though. This is a platform that Sony doesn't own. Just like y'all say that Xbox don't own the ROG Ally. Why can't you guys stay consistent with what you're saying? This is why people call you grifters. This is the main reason why people call you grifters. Because nothing you say is consistent. Okay? You guys say it's about exclusives. Now you say this is okay. Now it's fine for Sony to put games on PC, but when Xbox do it, they're dead. It's the inconsistencies. Because all I'm saying is if Xbox is dead, then PlayStation is dead as well. We all know in the true essence of gaming, it's dead for every single one of us. Because it's never going to go back to what it was. The golden age is over. I'm sorry to say it. But in regards to gaming and how the way these games are going to be distributed, things are changing, guys. It's been, 30, 40 years plus, and you guys really thought gaming was going to stay the same since the Atari 2600? And even then, they had Nintendo games on it. That's so funny, man. Give Atari its credit. Atari had Nintendo games. Oh, yeah, way before the NES. Nintendo was putting games on another platform back in those days. Wow. I thought Nintendo was about exclusivity.
There were some games where you even had to buy it separately, but it did still have cross progress. Final Fantasy X actually had a PlayStation 3 version, the remastered edition. Included Steam codes for porting to the PlayStation 3 version.
Yeah. Take that big old gasp in. Let's see that.
The trophies back.
Ooh, he got caught.
But there are some people that are instantly like, man, I remember when they included Steam codes for porting to the PlayStation.
Yep.
3 version.
So we get the idea.
Oh, we get it now all of a sudden.
Don't we? We see how delusional Xbox fanboys are.
What does this have anything to do with Xbox? Because the same thing you complain about Xbox is the same thing that's going on PlayStation. That's why people call you a hypocrite. always glazing Nintendo.
This isn't nothing new. So there we have it, guys.
Oh, so because it's nothing new, therefore you don't want to address it. But if it's nothing new, then why do you make all these Xboxes dead videos, bro? I'm just saying, if it's nothing new. If PlayStation is doing the same thing as Xbox, then why are you saying one is dead and not the other? I'm just saying, where's the inconsistency? Where's this coming from? Because you can bring up hardware sales all you want, but at the end of the day, their audience is not picking up the PlayStation for those games. They're picking it up for third party. And matter of fact, you know, even though I'm an Xbox fanboy allegedly, let's prove that once again. These are the top pre-ordered games on PlayStation. We got Call of Duty Cross-Gen Bundle. We got Call of Duty again. We got Ark Survival third party. We got First Light third party. We got Resident Evil Requiem. I mean, look, you guys complain about $80 games from Nintendo. You're already paying for them on PlayStation. Resident Evil 9 third party. Look at that. Already paying $100 for these games. Look at that. They're already paying $100. No wonder games are going up to $100. Ultimate Bundle Edition of My Hero Academia. Look at that. Resident Evil 9 again. Destiny 2, a free-to-play expansion. Where's the exclusives? Look at that. Oh, damn, this game really trending. I don't know what this game's all about, but damn. Hey, they got this game here in the listing. Where's the exclusives? You even got Microsoft Flight Simulator. Look at this. Where's the exclusives, though? Where is it? Oh, there we go. We got one right there. Cold Valley. There we go. We got him. We got him, Jimmy. We got him. There we go. We got him. Wow. Where's the exclusives, though? Look at it. You even got SpongeBob out beating you. Yo, we out of here, bro. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. They got beat by SpongeBob. Yo, look at that. It's more important than Yote. Look at that. They ain't even playing that. They don't even want to pre-order Sorrows. They rather pre-order SpongeBob SquarePants, Titans of the Tide. Oh, wow. So much for them PlayStation exclusives, huh, Jimmy?